We'll take you in. It's in the basement. Come on into the train room. Welcome to the Barra train room. We haven't worked in here for the last 18 months or so since we've taken up radio control car racing. Lori's been seriously kayaking and diving with me, but we still have fun down here, run the trains, and interested in the museum parts of the train room. We have a door that goes into the art room, which is a large extent a radio control car pit and development area. The area into the dirt basement and also a little workshop that we have. In this area we have a lot of our steam engines, diesel engines, Jeep engines I should say. A couple pre-war trains on there just because they're interesting. Well, I guess just one pre-war train, the red one. Have all my long gondolas down here, cabooses, steam engines, Jeep engines, including the rail scope engine. Over here we have switchers and alcoves. The alcoves down here and switchers up here. Don't show up in the light the way it is very well. Over here we have crane cars. 6 of them in the collection now, including one with 6-wheel trucks, a black one. Still looking for the gray one with the 6-wheel trucks. Tank cars, all of them different. On the very bottom is a long K-line passenger car we're going to paint up as our private observation car for our railroad, which is the Carolina Southern Railroad. Down in the bottom are the very special pieces, including the New Hudson, the Army and Marine Corps switchers with the rockets, the Pennsylvania Little Joe, the Norfolk and Western work caboose, which is rare, the Red Cross caboose with the stretchers and oxygen tanks and people, the maintenance car, the General, the 746 Norfolk and Western steam engine, the Union Pacific yellow and orange anniversary set, the Rio Grande and Western Pacific F3s. I can turn that light off. This is a little bridge you have to go under to get in the layout. It's removable, and we'll look into the layout now. The layout consists of 2 separate tracks that never interconnect. They actually come closest on the bridge. Layout has Gargrave's track and right-of-way hand-built switches. Over in this area is Grace's Yard. It's patterned after the area where we used to ride motorcycles in Birmingham, where the trains came and left all the coal and gravel and things. A downgrade on the outside track and upgrade on the inside track. In the very corner the area lifts out, and there's a little house, and there's a steam shovel building a lake. And around you see the mountainous area. We'll build a trestle that goes over this area right here, but right now it's pretty much just the tracks go across. control panel where we run the trains over here, and we'll see that better in a minute. The very end of the yard is a round house with a turntable that operates nicely. 6 tracks come off of the turntable, and there's a steam engine. I think that's a turbine on there, and that's the 601 seaboard switcher sitting in the roundhouse. A water tower. A park with a small engaged train, some trees, a man mowing grass, a volleyball court, and little parking lot. I want to build a school where this volleyball court is. Some boys skating, some row houses. This is North Carolina. This is the area around the Nantahala, around Bryson City, and that area up in North Carolina. As you can tell, it's red dirt like we molded. The sky colors on the wall are real North Carolina blue skies that we actually took paint samples up when we went to the Nantahala one time and voted. Here's the house where Lori lives. Of course, Lori's the person that likes the horses. And there's loading up a horse to go to the farm. There's a little billy goat and a tractor. Old Chevrolet. Clothes on the clothesline. Little town. Let's see if I can't get a little bit better view here just a second by removing this wide angle lens. Let's see if we might be able to see clearer without the wide angle lens. Farmhouse and the horses. Little boy riding a bicycle and the boy going off to school in the morning. Oh, Chevrolet in the garage. Fire department. Bank. Barrel Hardware. Advertising Diamond T trucks. Type of truck made in that era. The era's molded in 1953. Tunnel for cars to go through. Tunnel for the train to go through. Some deep woods, and it's got some junk cars in it. A drugstore type area. Mailman right in front of Barrel Hardware being chased by a little dog. They're building an area right here that will be the headquarters for the Carolina Southern Railroad, which is the name of our railroad. We have a little football practice field down here. I actually have a gas station to put in the area, but I made a football practice field until it's ready. A passenger station and a factory, water tower, and all. Come back over this side of the road next to the football field. We see some trailers, and the little N-scale train, and some picnic tables, a man mowing the grass, a man's working on the water tower. On the other side of the water tower, just to the left, you see the coaling station where the trains get their coal. More detail of the turntable and the roundhouse and the kudzu growing along it that Susan molded. One of the pretty trees that we made. We really made all these trees. None of them are commercial trees. Quite artistic, if I do say so myself. Up across next to the passenger station, in front of the water tower, we see the No-Tell Motel. See if we can zoom in on that. Don't let anybody know if you spend the night at the no-tell motel, but you're not going to spend the whole night there anyway. A grain elevator. A road with a trolley track down the middle. The trolley runs just fine. I don't have a trolley sitting over there right now. You can see part of our yard from here. And the Illinois Central passenger train. There's the sanding tower. GG1 sitting on the track. More of our yard. 6-track yard. A couple of little side tracks coming off of it. At the very top of the yard is an unusual thing. It's a switch. It's called a Y, and the switch goes exactly in both directions. You can see what nice little switches they are and how close they make the parallel tracks. Have the burning switch stand. Some other things that we molded. There's a little area where you can run the trains in the yard independently. The main control panel has an area, has a switch you can give control to there. Over in this area is a Purina feed place, and truck loading up. There's the watering tower going across the track over the Illinois Central. A little road with a trolley track down the middle. A little parking area for a diner that you can't see behind the tree. We'll see it in a minute. Little chemical plant next to the track. That's DuPont. But DuPont's sort of in trouble about that because there's a fair amount of pollution and oil seeping down from the tanks down onto the track. Shame on them. Go across to this area. Don't forget we came by the steep mountains where the trestles will be. Come through a tunnel here. You see the 2 tracks. A tunnel for the road. Some fire trucks. There's the new Santa Fe. It has 2 B units. It's really the nicest train we have. The big gray Hudson. Some tunnels into some hidden side tracks. There's actually 6 hidden side tracks in the mountain that go in here, and they actually come out on the other side where you can't really see where they come out, but the trains can disappear and come back later. These mountains really haven't done much with, but they sort of speak for themselves right now. They're just big, pretty mountains. There was so much fun to build these mountains out of plaster with children and I. Notice all the tracks are always changing grade. There's no plywood. There's nothing flat in this layout. It goes up and down and up and down. Well, there's the little diner. There's the farmhouse where I live. I'm the president of the railroad, but I still like my farm. I got me a little tractor and pickup truck and a nice rock garden like Bonnie used to have. Looks like they're doing a little construction around the feed plant, and wonder what they're building. Here's the yellow trucking line, right on the side of the track, of course. Interfaces with the upper track. The end of the road down there, and at the end of the trolley line too. Some trucks to see. Tunnel portal. Some woods up here that I've already made, and there's Hugh and Lou sitting there in the woods. What are they doing? There's their motorcycles parked there. It looks to me like one has a guitar and the other is drinking out of a bottle. It's probably whiskey. Sitting at a campfire. Well, you can get a whole lot worse life than that, I tell you that.